Right now at 5:30, Lexington fire investigators have made a break in several arson investigations. We'll tell you who they've arrested coming up.
Also on WKYT this morning, two families had to find a new place to stay overnight after a weekend fire in Lexington.
And the governor of New York says there are no new leads in the search for two escaped killers who got out of a maximum security prison.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you from WKYT and welcome in. It's good to have you with us here in mid-June. It's June 15th, headed for summer, but the summer weather's already here. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. I saw that little movie with the dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah, a lot of folks saw that one.
And before that, I went on a hike, and, it was just a perfect weekend to be out there.
It really was.
A little hot.
And perfect to be probably in the theater when it was so hot and humid yesterday. Those of us who took a little run outside yesterday, Micah, it was tough, a little brutal.
Very tough. And look, it's going to get even worse as we move along throughout your work week because moisture will be on the increase. And it's never really about the temperatures. You can have 95 degrees and it's dry air. Like, go out toward Arizona. I mean, you'll know what I'm talking about. You can get that and it doesn't feel too bad. But when you get that moisture kicking in, that's when it starts to feel nasty. Current visibility with the moisture out, no real shot. If fog, you can have some of those valley regions. That's about it. Temperatures are in the 70s this morning. That goes northbound and southbound. Off toward your afternoon, 90 degrees. Again today, that's going to be upper 80s, lower 90s. And today, it's going to be much like your weekend. Pretty calm weather, only slight chances of rain, and temperatures are going to be way up. Now, as we go throughout your work week, temperatures drop just a bit, but that's only because of one reason. Show you what that reason is, about 10 minutes.
All right, thank you. Here's what's going on this morning at new on WKYT. Some information about an arson investigation going on in Lexington.
Fire investigators have arrested a Lexington woman in connection to several fires. WKYT's Victor Puente is at our live desk with an update. Victor, how many fires do investigators think this woman's connected to?
Well, they've charged her with 5 counts of arson and 1 criminal attempt of arson. Lexington firefighters have been investigating a series of fires on Alumni Drive. They've charged 38-year-old Denitra Ross with setting those fires. Lexington Fire Department investigators say the first fire was on May 3rd, then another the following day, then a few last week. Ross's arrest citation says she set fire to the shutters attached to the East Ridge apartments 5 times. It also says she attempted to set fire to the building using an ignitable liquid and matches. That attempt charge comes from May 19th. Now, Ross's address is the same as the building she's accused of setting on fire. That citation says the building was occupied each time a fire was set. At the live desk, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Victor, thank you very much. And new this morning, police in Lexington are trying to track down a group of men who they say robbed a pizza delivery driver. Officers tell us they got the call just before midnight last night that someone called saying that the driver was to deliver a pizza to the Fox Run Apartments on McCullough Drive that's in the Winburn area. But when the driver showed up, no one was inside. At that point, 3 men came up behind him and knocked him down. The 3 robbers got away with the pizza and some cash. Police used a canine unit to track them, but the dogs lost the robbers' scent.
2 Lexington families had to find a new place to stay after a weekend fire damaged their homes. Firefighters say a man was grilling at the Cedarwood Apartments on Caudell Drive yesterday. The man thought he put out the fire, but it reignited and quickly spread to the apartments. Firefighters say they always try to warn people in the summertime to make sure cooking fires are put out correctly.
It's the summertime. We always try to remind folks to be responsible, with whatever it is, whether it's discarded smoking materials, ashes left over after cooking out, or, whatever, and just to be more responsible, make sure it's out.
A few people have some minor injuries, but none were taken to the hospital.
The time is 5:34 on WKYT this morning. A Montgomery County teenager is due in court today on charges of solicitation to commit murder. 18-year-old Austin Russell was arrested last month in Franklin County. The Montgomery County Sheriff says Russell made a post on his Facebook page saying that he was going to rob a bank in Mount Sterling. They say Russell also asked his friends if anyone wanted to join him. His hearing is set for 11 o'clock this morning.
Happening today, Kentucky Governor Steve Beshear will sign into law a new bill regulating children's booster seats. House Bill 315 raises the height requirement for children riding in a booster seat. And WKYT's Sean Moody is live from Kentucky Children's Hospital. Sean, once this is signed into law, what will the new height requirement be?
Well, they're going to increase the upper end of the booster seat requirement range by 7 inches. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet said there were 15 children killed in crashes across the state last year, and 4 of them were unrestrained. Supporters of House Bill 315 hope that the new law will at least prevent more deaths in the future. Supporters say the bill brings Kentucky law in line with 31 other states who followed recommendations from injury prevention experts. Before this, only children up to 50 inches needed to be in booster seats. Now the law will apply to kids up to 57 inches. The Transportation Cabinet says those seats go a long way towards saving lives. For toddlers and passenger cars, they say the seats are 71% effective at preventing fatal injuries in infants and 54% in toddlers. They say seats reduce the risk of injury by 60% over the use of seat belts alone. Now, Governor Beshear will be here at Kentucky Children's Hospital along with one of the bill's sponsors and injury prevention doctors at 10 o'clock for a ceremonial signing. Live in Lexington, Sean Moody, WKYT.
All right, thank you so much, Sean. Well, the prison worker accused of helping 2 men escape from a correctional facility in upstate New York will be in court this morning. The convicted killers have been on the run for 10 days now. New York officials say they could be just anywhere. Don Champion has the latest.
Hundreds of law enforcement officers searched from above and on the ground in upstate New York Sunday for prison escapees David Sweat and Richard Matt. They've been on the run for more than a week. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo says the men could be anywhere.
We don't know if they are still in the immediate area or if they are in Mexico by now.
Residents hope the fugitives are caught soon, but they are not taking any chances. Mary Van, a gun shop owner, has seen an uptick in sales.
We won't go looking for anything, but I won't be a hostage either, so it's time to carry a gun.
More than 800 state and federal officers are here on the ground working 12-hour shifts a day. Some are positioned at checkpoints like this. Most are actively taking part in the search.
The Clinton County prosecutor says prison employee Joyce Mitchell was supposed to pick the 2 up at the power plant near the Clinton Correctional Facility, then drive them 7 hours away. But they would not tell her the location. Mitchell is charged with promoting prison contraband and criminal facilitation. As residents try to move on with their lives, many can't help but wonder if danger is still lurking nearby. Don Champion, CBS News, Katyville, New York.
And police went door to door making some 500 homes, searching those after they were searched.
Kentucky State Police are investigating a shooting in Henry County. They went out to a home on Park Road in Newcastle on Saturday after a fight broke out there. Troopers say someone shot Guy Brown in the head. They interviewed Marcus Anthony Lewis II, who was the other person involved in this fight, but police say both men are not cooperating with their investigation. Troopers did find evidence at the scene, including a shell casing and 3 unused pistol cartridges. While police did not find a gun, they did find ammunition inside Lewis's car. Some people in Spokane, Washington are upset that today's regularly scheduled NAACP meeting has been canceled. Many were expecting the Spokane chapter's president, Rachel Dolezal, to make a statement. Dolezal has come under scrutiny over the last few days after allegations that she misled people about her ethnicity. However, members say they got an email from her yesterday saying that she had postponed the meeting.
So I say we have to show up. We have to show up no matter what, even if we're the only one standing. Even if I'm the only one standing on tomorrow, I will be there.
Johnson says she plans to hold a peaceful demonstration later today outside the chapter's headquarters. She also started a petition online calling for Dolezal to take leave of absence, which has gotten nearly 250 signatures.
Well, the parents of Lauren Hill received a special honor at yesterday's Indiana Fever basketball game. The team honored 19-year-old Lauren, who passed away from brain cancer back in April. They had made her an honorary team member last fall, and yesterday they made her parents team captains for the day. They also donated money to cancer research for every layup scored during the game. They donated nearly $10,000.
5:39 now on WKYT, and a rare reptile found in parts of China now has a new home here in Kentucky. The Kentucky Reptile Zoo in Powell County is now home to a Mang mountain viper. Zoo leaders say a reptile facility in Illinois had an extra viper and donated it to the zoo here in the Commonwealth. The rare reptile was only discovered in 1989, and there are only about 500 left in the wild.
You would have to go to a large city, like San Diego, for example, is one zoo that has bred these guys. So it's really pretty special that we're able to exhibit this here in Kentucky for people in our area.
Wiley says researchers at the zoo are trying to figure out if certain kinds of snake venom contain cancer-fighting compounds. All right, interesting snake with a new Kentucky home.
A new Kentucky home, nice, very nice.
5:40 now, it's 20 till 6 on WKYT this morning, and it's time to check live drive traffic and see what's going on as you get ready to head out on your Monday.
Nothing too major. We're seeing on the Waze app this morning. One thing we want to pass alert, there's a patch of slow-moving traffic out there on Nicholasville Road near New Circle. And
in addition, there are a couple of cars stopped on the shoulder of New Circle Road. That's near Harrodsburg Road. Other than that, your commute into the city looks pretty good. Clear this morning. We'll keep you up to date as we go through the morning here on WKYT. And it's good to have you along. We have a lot more news coming up on your Monday.
So ever wonder who makes the props for blockbuster movies? The answer may be a little bit closer to home than you think. We'll tell you more in just 5 minutes.
There is a tropical system down in the Gulf of Mexico, and it is heading toward Houston and Dallas over toward Texas. But will it affect our forecast later on this work week? If so, that means a lot of rain. We'll have that coming up next.